hyping up Rayvon and Reason,
I don't
saying
know about
that they were
reason.
gonna like step in and show the world something or do something. But
This is how we start.
yeah, why not?
I don't know about reason. I think he just jumped in there randomly, but Rayvon just had some good disses
Mm.
for an up and coming artist that did the shot that he threw. Yeah,
I didn't listen to the retaliations after um the first three diss tracks.
honestly, for me, I was
And
just really looking at Ray and Joey. Like Daylight was involved, but
I forgot Daylight was even there.
I think that his tracks were not sonically good. Lyrically, yeah, he was cutting them
So
up.
he's good at making.
Well, he's a battle rapper.
He's good at disses, but he's not good at making songs. Is that what you're saying?
For those songs, yeah, I don't know what those. I like them though. Like I like the weird him going off beat. I like when
Mhm.
rappers sometimes. I like sometimes when rappers go off beat, but
Like
for that, I
what's his
was just
name?
like,
Like Kendrick Lamar's cousin. I forgot his name.
hmm?
What's his name? Oh man, you know who I'm talking about?
Baby Keem.
Baby Keem, like Baby Keem.
When does he rap off beat?
Sometimes he does.
Does he? I mean, yeah, sometimes.
But anyways, side note completely. Go back to what you were saying.
Joey won. He dropped the song with Loaded Lux. Then he dropped Crash Dummies, and then packed everybody up that was facing. He packed Rayvon up. He packed Daylight up. Daylight said, "Yeah, it's over." He
He
got
said
that.
that?
He dropped the track saying, "Yeah, you got that."
Why? That's so not hip hop. What?
And then Absol dropped the track earlier this week saying, "Yeah, he got that, but it's all love."
What?
I was confused.
Wait, did they really drop this like music saying, "Oh yeah, we lost"?
I know Daylight might have done that, but I think everything else was. I don't. Ray didn't respond. Ray's second diss was good, but he just stuck on the Diddy thing too much, and I feel like that just dulled the track out a little bit because he was doing a lot of Diddy like flips, talking about how
Oh, like
Diddy,
his connection with Joey
yeah, he's
Badass,
like, yeah, I'm wearing this, that, blah blah blah.
bro.
He's like, you shouldn't call someone gay when you hang with Diddy, and I'm just like, wait, what? That's hilarious.
That's the best he could have came up with.
No, there were some like bars in there, but I was like, he was just doing it too much. Like if it was like a few here and there,
Mm-hmm.
cool, and then rap about other stuff, but it was just too much on that.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, this isn't it. It's not it. The first diss track he did, I mean the one he did before,
Mm-hmm.
yes, that was it. That was a good hit.
As someone who was invested into this little mini beef, into the
Why are you downplaying hip hop?
into this little rap beef or whatever, I wasn't as invested as you were.
Because you're not rap.
What
You're
would
not hip
you
hop.
what would you rate it? I never claimed to be hip hop on this freaking podcast. I never claimed to be. I cosplayed a lot of my takes on this freaking podcast, by the way. All right. I never claimed
You
to
heard
be
it
hip
from here.
hop. Never. I love hip hop though, but I never claimed to be part of it. Anyways, yeah, as someone who was invested into it, what would you rate it from 1 to 10
As what?
on scale of entertainment?
I was thoroughly entertained.
So
Niggas were rapping again.
what would you rate it?
The beef or the battle?
The battles.
The battle, I'm not gonna put it up there with the great ones, but it's definitely one of those ones I'm gonna look back on and be like, oh yeah, that was fun. That was a good time.
Mm.
Kind of like what was another like not too big, but like in like
MGK. Well, I don't want to say MGK is against Eminem because Eminem is such a huge artist, so you can't really say that.
I mean that one was still like fairly not like crazy, but that one was good. That was a good fun time, like remembering that.
Yeah, but it wasn't a big beef because honestly, we all knew what was gonna happen.
Well, yeah.
So, but I'll rate that beef more than I rate this one, even though I haven't followed up with this one as
Well,
much.
you didn't finish the rest of the
I
beef.
know, but
You're
was
not
there a
into.
kill shot sized
See,
bomb
you're
in
thinking
there?
about Eminem because he's a bigger artist.
Was there a Rap Devil sized shot in there? Because Rap Devil was a
Yes.
great shot. We're gonna get into MGK soon because I want to talk about what I've seen on the timeline over the past week and a half. All right,
Oh, bro, got kicked
We-
out of the genre.
we
We'll talk about that later.
this was a great transition, by the way.
Transition to what? We're not done.
MGK's.
We're not done. Joey
Go
barred
ahead,
him
bro.
up. Joey barred him up. The nigga came outside and started rapping, killing these niggas. Everybody on the way. Well, not everybody. It was really just 2 niggas, but. And then everyone else that was involved in the background throwing shots, I was like, I didn't really get too invested. I'm gonna go back and listen to the disses because I heard some of them were good, but Joey won. Shout out to New York. They won this round.
Shout out to our neighbors.
Absol jumping in a little too late, but if Absol was in this, I feel like he could have got him.
Well, I'm excited that I'm excited and happy that you got some entertainment out of this rap thing because I know you've been feeling for another beef
I'm
and
waiting for another battle, and then
people rapping
I'm
because
waiting for niggas to just rap again.
I know you like studying lyrics and get invested into it back and forth and stuff like that. I'm really happy for you.
Thank you. Did your team win?
What are you talking about?
Whatever game you were watching.
Today? Yes, actually, I'm happy.
I'm happy
I
for you.
posted on my story too.
I'm happy you won.
They did win, even though it's a Mickey Mouse trophy, but they did win.
I'm glad for you. I'm happy.
Welcome back, guys. Like I'm back on this. It's been
Welcome
a while.
back, guys. It's been a while. This guy is fresh off vacation, so he doesn't know how to pod
I
anymore.
Came back. I'm still
How was your vacation?
recovering from vacation. It was great. No complaints.
It was fresh
I
off the
needed
beach.
that. It was nice being somewhere hot while it's cold and damp and rainy over here.
Facts.
So that was so refreshing. I'm apologizing because we didn't record a lot of content while I was gone, so we didn't feed the streets.
Listen, I kept the streets fed as much as I could.
So I apologize about the lack of content, but you know the depression that settles in after vacation.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going through right now. So
You're like, this can't be life. I gotta
this
go back.
cannot be life. Like you don't understand, bro. 1 minute you're having the greatest time of your life, the next you're just here talking to you guys.
So you're saying this is terrible for you? See what he's saying to you guys? Damn,
But
it's crazy. You guys gonna let that? You gotta let that disrespect slide?
listen,
Yo, slide.
be mad at me in the comments. Say something. Come at me. Insult me. I don't care.
We're gonna be replying soon.
But yeah, so I'm still, processing the fact that I'm back. And yeah, mentally I'm still not here. Mentally I'm on a beach somewhere right now with a corona in my hand. But reality
Mentally, I'm there too in like a few weeks.
but reality is very
Wake up to
different
reality.
from what I'm picturing in my brain. You know what I mean? It's all right though.
Did you wake up to reality?
I did wake up to reality. Once I stepped into this dirty ass city we call dirty ass state we call New Jersey, I was back to reality. Shout out to New Jersey though. I'm just kidding. I love New Jersey. Cause But anyways, yeah.
Anyway,
and
welcome back. CJ Unmuted. I'm your host, Chris.
I'm your host Gene, and while I was gone, I was not tapped in at all.
Also, if you see us commenting, replying you, if there's a dash G, it's me. If it's dash J, it's him.
That's how we differentiate.
Yeah. So
Cool.
we'll be replying to comments very soon.
So while I was gone, what kept you entertained?
Entertained.
Yes,
Absolutely nothing.
in the culture.
Oh, and the culture?
I'm not talking about me. Damn, I'm not saying I'm not that nigga for real. I mean, I might say that I'm that nigga, but I'm not that nigga.
What are you talking
You
about?
said nothing kept you entertained. I'm like, dang, that's crazy.
Nothing entertains me in
Dang,
general.
that's crazy.
Unless it's funny
Okay, then
or I'm entertained.
let me just tuck my ego back. I was not missed at all. It's okay.
Nah,
Anyways,
nigga, you
keep
think we
going.
miss niggas out here?
No, we don't. We don't
What you
miss
trying to say?
nobody. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm just delusional. I have delusions of grandeur. So, anyways, yeah. What kept you entertained in the culture?
The beef kept me entertained. What do you mean?
Aside from that, since we just talked about it,
Oh, I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't doing shit. I was just working out, and just fucking not
Wha-
paying attention to this shit.
Okay.
Um, Nothing much happened. The Diddy trial is going crazy.
I did not keep up with that.
Kid Cudi said that nigga tried to blow up his car,
Oh yeah, I did see
attacked
that.
his dog.
I did see that Kid Cudi testified and got called a rat by Young Thug, which is very interesting to me. Young Thug was the last person I would see
Nah, that nigga's a rat.
stand up for Diddy.
They're going through the same thing.
That's so weird. They're not going through the same thing.
They're going through a
Young
Rico.
Thug is a gangster.
What do you think
Diddy
Diddy
is a gangster too, but he's a whole other type of
Diddy's just a
gangster.
freaky gangster. That's it. That's the only difference between the two.
You know what?
That
I
nigga
can't
blew
even-
up Kid Cudi's. I mean,
Oh
set
my
Kid Cudi's
God.
car on fire, which is crazy. Because when I first heard the claim, he said it blew up his car. I was like, "Damn, this nigga really crazy." He threw a Molotov in there and set it on fire. It didn't blow up.
Freaking Diddy's really a Marvel villain, bro. Literally.
He definitely
Diddy
is.
gives off Count Zemo vibes, but freakier and more evil. Because at least
Diddy is Lex Luthor and Orochimaru combined.
oh my god.
Nah, Hisoka.
Well, I would have. You know what? That's a gray area. I'm just gonna stay away from that one. I don't know.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Diddy is an evil man. That's what I'm gonna say.
Sick man with sick thoughts.
Anyways, yeah, I heard that trial was going crazy. Kid Cudi testifying was actually really surprising.
I'm still confused on what he's on trial for. He's on trial
What?
for sex trafficking, right?
How are you still confused about that? He's on trial for sex trafficking, a bunch of other stuff. Criminal. All you have to know is he's on trial for criminal activities. You can just narrow it down to that. That's it. And bro's done terrible things
Well, yeah,
to a lot of people. Allegedly, he killed some people.
allegedly.
Allegedly.
I mean,
yeah.
You seen American Gangster?
Yeah, I have. One of my favorite movies.
He was in there.
His dad was in there. His dad.
Him as a kid was in there in the background somewhere.
Yeah, okay, bro.
Not technically, but if you think about it,
Ugh.
it's based on a real story. So would you not think that he would
You
be
know,
around?
when a lot of movies say based on a real story, they take a lot of liberties. They're changing a bunch of shit. So don't take that term too like literally.
I mean, yeah, they change up a few things so you can't know what actually happened.
No, for creative freedom.
Yeah, for creative freedom.
It's not just to change the narrative or something like
But
that.
do you think some of those things couldn't have happened, like even with the creative freedom?
I mean, I'm definitely sure that some of them happen.
So what do you say?
I'm just saying, do not take that term.
No one takes movies literally.
A lot of people do.
Well, a lot of people.
Some people be like, "Oh, you see what they're doing out there to the kids? I seen it in a movie." Well, all right, bro.
Nah, if
Well,
niggas start saying I seen
like,
it in a movie.
When I hear that, I'll like
nah, if you say I seen it in a movie, so it's happening.
I will automatically classify you in the category and banish you to the shadow realm as a person because I'm like, all right, remind me not to talk to this person about anything intelligent.
Well, I will say that as a conspiracy theorist that does it for
Oh.
fun,
oh my god,
I do think that movies show us things that may or may not happen later. Not in
Bro.
the sense of like this is gonna happen. I just feel like they're just getting us ready for things.
I'm not gonna sit here and be naive to the fact that there's not some propaganda movies out there.
Yeah,
But the majority of movies are just creative, and
I'm not talking about
sometimes
the majority of movies. I'm talking
art-
about the specific movies.
sometimes art does relate to reality. So there might be some coincidences here and there, but I don't think it's calculated. I don't think most of it is calculated, at least. But I do believe that there's some propaganda films out there, obviously.
Well, yeah, propaganda is like a great tool
I forgot there was this
for
one movie
controlling the masses.
in the 70s. They used to make a bunch of like a bunch of like Rambo style movies, army style movies. I strongly believe that those movies are propaganda movies for the army and to like entice people to join the army back then. But
I'm sure they had a
that's
bunch
a
of people
conversation for
thinking
another
about
day.
it. Yeah, we'll get down to the movie and reality topic later. But
But yeah, so keep going. What else kept you entertained?
life kept me entertained.
Okay.
The world kept me entertained.
Okay.
Twitter kept me entertained. I had a little thought here.
A little thought. What? What? What do you mean a little thought?
A little thought here. And I'm not gonna get into it today. It's not.
What do you mean? What is that a question?
No.
What is it? Now you got me intrigued.
We'll talk about it another day.
What
now that I'm
is
looking at
it?
it, it's a little crazy.
What is it? Don't like you see the thing about you. Sometimes I like right. We'll be talking about something completely, like like different, right?
Mm.
And then you bring in a topic that's completely even more different than what we were previously talking.
I'll tell you
I'm
off
talking
mic.
about the shifts in topics be so crazy sometimes.
I'll tell you off mic, and then you'll tell me if you'll be like, oh yeah, you should definitely have not have talked about that.
No, say it.
Hmm?
Say it. I'm honestly intrigued. What is it that you wanted to talk about? Surprise me.
No, it was just a random thought
What is it?
because preference. We were talking about a few things somewhere else that I was.
You and your
and-
friends?
Yeah.
Okay.
Loop
me in. Let me be part of the group.
No, we were
chat.
just talking about the Cassie and Diddy trial.
Okay.
And there was just a good.
We were just talking about that, so why can't you just bring it out?
We were talking about Cassie on the stand, and
Okay.
I was listening to conversations and in a conversation about like was she complicit, was she a victim,
Okay.
Stockholm syndrome, all that.
Okay.
And the man versus bear thing came up.
Okay. That's an old ass topic,
I
but I,
know,
remember that.
But it came up in the conversation while it was going on. And
Okay.
I just was like, "Oh, would they pick the bear if it was a trans man?"
What? What kind of conversations you be having with your friends, bro? What?
No, that wasn't part of the conversation. I just thought that was like, would they pick the same thing if it was a trans man?
So a woman,
A trans man or a bear?
I'm sure that most women will pick the trans man. Honestly, if we're bringing back that topic,
I'm
you're
not
crazy
bringing back that topic.
if you pick the bear over a man.
Well, yeah, but the whole point
Any-
of that topic
like-
was to explain the extremeness of FA.
Yeah, I know.
But that's not what. It was just a random thought. That's why I was like, this isn't a whole topic to get on. I was just thinking of it, and I was like, that's hilarious.
It's interesting to see how your brain works.
I think
sometimes.
of funny stuff.
It's very interesting.
All I think of is funny stuff. I don't care about real stuff, like all that real shit. I go through real life every day. I come here to make jokes.
I come here for whatever. I crash out, make jokes, get serious sometimes, completely dismiss my argument that I make the previous I spent 40 minutes on an argument and then I completely dismiss it by, you know what? Maybe I feel different, but I flip flop all the time. You guys know about this by now, so. Anyways,
We are who we are. You are who you are. You know why you're here.
my vacation, while on vacation, right?
Mm.
I had a thought, right?
Mm.
And I wanted to like bring it up on the pod. Why are you laughing?
This episode's called "I Had a Thought"
I had a thought. It's crazy.
because I have other thoughts. We're gonna be talking about thoughts today.
It's just we can call this episode the thoughts episode. I was wondering, right?
Mm.
How much money would it take for you to quit podcasting?
Right now,
Yes, right now. And hold on, there's a catch.
what?
You have to quit podcasting. You have to quit sharing your opinions everywhere, anywhere in the world. You can't get caught like sharing your opinions.
I can't go on Twitter.
You can't go on Twitter.
I can't post.
You can't post anything ever again. You can't share any. You can't even talk about your opinions. You can't even talk about your opinions to your friends, family, nobody.
Wait, nobody.
No one. You can't share any type of.
So how would I
opinion.
have conversations?
You can talk and make small talk without expressing your opinions.
No, but like, how would you have a conversation without Expressing your
Just
opinion.
stating facts all the time.
Wait.
Think about it.
Hold on, hold on.
Listen. I was literally laying on the beach, right? Freaking buzzed a little bit from my corona.
Mm,
And I just had that thought come in my mind. I'm like, it would be interesting to ask that to Chris on the pod. Like,
interesting.
you can't share your opinion at all. Like, anywhere. You only have to speak in facts.
I can't say how I feel about
You
nothing.
can't say how you feel about nothing.
Wait, does that translate to relationships? It was like, yo,
Yep. Even in your relationship. So you better make sure your girl knows you love her prior to you starting and taking that deal or stating your amount. How much money would it take for you to commit to that? And if you fail, you die.
no, I'll die immediately. No, I'm not taking the money.
You're not taking
There's
the
no
money?
amount of money that's gonna make me be like a robot.
You
What?
you can still enjoy life. You can
How
never
the
say anything about it.
Fuck, are you gonna enjoy life without talking?
Just enjoy your life. You can talk. You can talk in facts.
Talk about what?
Stuff. Factual things.
Facts are boring.
Okay, you can still live.
Life will become boring.
How so?
You can't get drunk because you'll die.
Well, you can get drunk.
No,
but
you'll
just
die.
Make sure you don't talk about.
No,
your
you'll
opinion.
die. Your opinion will come out.
Like, you can go on vacation, ask ChatGPT to pick the top rated best vacation that you know is gonna
That's all opinion based.
No, that's ChatGPT's opinion, not yours.
I would
You can enjoy life without saying opinions, low key.
disagree.
You can.
How?
I feel like that's a fact. I don't feel like that's an opinion.
That's an opinion.
I think I'll be dead.
You'd
right
be dead immediately.
I don't know. I think you can. Like, do you really have to go your every day?
Even you saying this is an opinion.
Listen,
You're
listen. I haven't stated the amount of money, so I get to speak all day right now. But I'm just saying, like, I think I can't even say. Oh, I'm trying my best to go
Yeah.
about. It is possible to enjoy life without stating an opinion.
That's your opinion.
I didn't say I think though. I just said it is possible.
That's not a fact.
Who knows? Who's to tell me it is a fact or not?
Hmm?
As long as okay, you know what? You can't say I think or I feel ever.
Are you changing the goalposts?
I kind of am a little bit 'cause to make the task easier a little bit because I just realized.
To help
Listen,
your
like you, I
point.
admit when I move the
To help
goalpost.
your point. I don't
Listen,
move the goalposts.
Yeah, okay, yeah, right. Anyways,
I just tell you it's over there.
you can't say I think, I feel, or any I statement.
I think that's stupid.
I think
I don't think it's possible.
for 700 for $2 billion, I'll take the risk.
Eh,
$2 billion?
eh,
You're not gonna take the risk.
eh.
You just gotta be really, really careful of what you say.
For $2 billion, I'm gonna be.
If you want. For $2 billion, I would actually give it a
I'll
try.
be expressing my opinions.
You can't. That's the point.
Yeah, that's why I'm not taking it.
Anyways, that was just a thought that I had. On the
I'd like to
beach.
be freedom to say whatever I want, First Amendment and all.
You can technically say whatever you want without using I feel or I think. You can just make statements.
I believe.
You can just make statements.
What about-
Low-key, imagine you can just make statements instead of say I think or I
mean,
feel.
since you moved the goalposts,
You can literally make
you
statements.
can just make statements.
Bro, you don't need to say I think.
That's stupid.
You can. You can be like, oh, I think you can. I'm having a stroke right now.
You need help? That's good.
Jesus. You can, instead of saying I think iPhone sucks, you can just be like iPhone sucks.
Why?
They do.
Do you think that?
I never told you I thought that. I just made a statement. Who said it was my statement? I just said something out loud. You see, that's the loophole. I can try to get away with things like that.
What are you talking about?
I just told you.
What's your beef with iPhones?
That was just an example.
No, what's your beef with
I
iPhones?
don't have beef with iPhones.
Are you sure? So why do they suck?
They just do.
They
I
don't
see,
though.
I see you try to get me to say.
But they don't. They're really good.
Okay.
They're pretty useful.
Okay, that's your opinion.
Huh?
That's your
I don't have
opinion.
opinions. I state facts. What about you? You just spit bullshit?
I just spit.
Alright.
Anyways, guys, tell me in the comment section if you will be able to. What's the amount of money you actually try this challenge for? Like, and if you would
Can't
actually,
say nothing.
you can't say nothing. You gotta pick a number, and
You can't tell anyone how you feel or your opinions.
Yep.
It only speaks in
Would you
statements and
would you
facts.
participate in that kind of like challenge? Would you take up the offer if it was offered to you?
I'm okay.
Let me know in the comment sections or yeah. But that's actually very interesting.
There's just too many restrictions.
I mean, is there though? You can go through life without saying I feel or I think.
Can you?
Just say make statement.
Do it for the rest of this episode.
I'm gonna try. That's gonna be very hard, but let's see how this pans out.
Okay.
If I can make it through this.
So how do you feel about Freeman losing?
Crunchyroll sucks.
Hmm?
Crunchyroll sucks.
Why do you think Freeman lost?
I don't think about that. The facts of the matter is
That Freeman lost to Solo
Freeman
Leveling.
lost to Solo Leveling.
And Solo Leveling only won because of the hype of season 2 and not the actual nomination that it was supposed to be nominated
You
for.
can make an argument for that.
Hmm?
You can make an argument for that.
I can make an argument
Yeah.
because there is an argument.
Mm-hmm. The fact of the matter is Freeman lost though.
Yeah, which doesn't make sense.
I mean, it does.
It doesn't make sense.
It does. It
Like
lost.
you and your soul know that Freeman should have won.
I mean, me and my soul.
You and your soul and all your feelings towards Freeman should know that it should have won. Like we were gonna crash out and go to Japan. Remember?
You can make the argument of that for that.
Hmm?
You can make the argument for that. You wouldn't be wrong.
But like, you're gonna look at Solo Leveling, and you're gonna look at Freerun, and you're gonna tell me that Solo Leveling deserved to win Anime of the Year award.
It won.
You're gonna tell me that that should have won.
It won. There's no should or if or buts now. It just did. It won.
It shouldn't have.
Oh well.
The votes were probably faked.
Oh well. Welcome to reality. Nothing is goes as planned in this accursed world.
Who said that?
Madara Uchiha.
But is that true?
Who am I to say?
I got plans that have gone swimmingly.
I'm nobody to say if he's right or wrong. I think I can do this. I failed
Immediately. Bro died immediately. I knew he was going down. I was just leading him to the punch.
No, I failed without realizing. I failed without realizing. I would be dead right now. I think I can do this. Completely failed because of my overconfidence and my hubris. Completely failed.
I was gonna try another tactic, but then I was like,
I cooked
maybe he
myself.
should cook himself. He'll cook
I
himself.
cooked myself because I got cocky.
Bro thought he had it.
I got cocky.
We got mad time.
Anyways, since I failed, I'm dead already. My real opinion is this whole thing was mad bullshit. Fucking Freeman lost to Solo Leveling. Season 1 of Solo Leveling does not deserve to be in the conversation for
It doesn't deserve
Anime of the Year.
to be in the
Dang.
conversation.
Season 2. If you had judged Season 2 on its own, okay, I'll give you that. Even Season 2, I can debate to you that Solo Leveling is not as good as Freeman. But dang, Freeman got snubbed. Got snubbed last year and it got snubbed this year again. Like, best drama? Really?
Honestly, Freerun should have won Anime of the Year. Apothecary Diaries should have won Best Drama, and Solo Leveling should have just won Best Action.
I feel like everybody would have been fine with that.
That would have been the best outcome.
Like, You give me these 3 wins like that, I'm okay. But giving Solo Leveling Anime of the Year?
when it wasn't.
I love Solo Leveling. I'm addicted to the mobile game right now. Season 2 completely changed my perspective of the show. But
It was all hype.
it was hyped.
It was
That's it.
aura farming.
And the casuals that just started watching anime yesterday boosted it up like it's the greatest thing ever.
It's because
You know how many Solo Leveling story type shit I've seen in my time watching anime?
remember when we first watched Solo Leveling and I told you I was like, yo, this is just another power
It
fantasy.
is just another power fantasy, but the thing with Solo Leveling is
It's a
the
cool way.
manga came out when power fantasies weren't that popular, so it's kind of like a pioneer in the power fantasy genre in anime. So I get that. I'll give it that. But the anime took so long to get animated that, like, bro, by the time it got animated, everybody already very familiar with power fantasies and, like, type shows. So yeah, it's a good power fantasy anime, but it's
not like you couldn't predict
I
the
give
plot.
it its respect. It's a pioneer, but, like, bro, Frieren is a completely different take on the fantasy genre from the perspective of the journey already finishing and, like, dealing with what happens after you defeat, the big bad boss. That's an interesting take on the fantasy genre, don't you think?
I think my shonen brain can't comprehend all that. So
Bro,
I'm gonna go
but
with Solo Leveling.
Jesus Christ. It's like the storytelling, the world building, the lore.
My
Jesus.
shonen brain can't comprehend all of that information.
But-
Solo Leveling is the best anime. I don't think Freeman's stupid and slow. What are you
Oh my
talking about?
God. But I feel like since COVID, when anime completely blew up and became so mainstream, the freaking mainstream has been pushing shonen into our throats.
No. Pause.
Yes.
But I think that's always been there.
No, prior to 20
What was the last?
prior to 2020, different genres won anime of the year. After 2020, it's all been battle shonens.
What was last year's winner?
Last year's, I think, was JJK.
It's not fair. Because JJK.
Look it up.
No, but JJK won that.
But I'm saying battle shonen.
It's not fair because nothing came out
We don't. That's the thing. How much anime did you watch last year?
a lot.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
You mainly watch isekais. That don't count. That's all you
No, I
watch.
don't. I watch.
Bro,
all
you watch
anime.
isekais every day, bro. Come on, bro.
I watch isekais, but I watch everything else
That's
too.
all you watched last year.
No, it isn't.
All right, bro. All right. Keep capping on this podcast.
How am I capping?
Let's look at anime of the years over the past 10 years.
Of the year for Yuri on Ice.
2017, right?
Yuri on Ice won. It went up against Mob Psycho, My Hero Academia, ReZero, Joker Games, and Erased. Now tell me
Okay.
who should have won.
Release them again?
Erased, Mob Psycho, Joker Games, Kabanar, The Iron Fortress,
I remember that anime.
My Hero, and ReZero.
Erase should have won that year. Erase
Alright,
is not a
so-
battle shonen.
So what was
Erase is not a
what
battle
was your
shonen.
point that they're shoving battle
They
shonens out?
they're pushing battle shonen like crazy. Yuri on Ice won. It's not a battle shonen. It's a sports anime. In 2017, you see how many battle shonens were in that running?
There's two.
My Hero, Cabaneri, Mob Psycho. Mob Psycho is a battle shonen, bro.
Yeah, but shonens dominate regardless.
I say battle shonens.
Yeah,
You don't get my point.
battle shonens dominate regardless. But
You don't get
but
my point.
Are we gonna compare that to Solo Leveling?
What, that lineup?
Yeah,
What do you mean?
like in the sense of battle shonen and the way it was produced. Like, do you compare Mob to Solo Leveling?
What are you talking about?
In the sense of, like, is it just a predictable plot?
It's a battle shonen.
But is it a predictable plot
Yes.
every time?
Yes.
No plot twist.
Mob Psycho. Gotta get his powers under control. He's broken. He has to fight go through a bunch of stuff to finally be able to control his powers.
But you
Battle shonen.
but you feel the characters. Name me one character in Solo Leveling besides Jinwoo
Shae.
and Shai.
Um.
Name
I
me,
know.
name
No, no,
me
no.
three
Hyla,
supporting
right?
characters.
Hyla, right?
No, you play the game, so you
No,
can't be out here.
no, you asked me a question, right?
I gotta ask.
Freaking
I can't name you
Eso
anyone.
Radiru.
I can't name anyone.
Okay, that's on you.
You play the game.
Were you really watching for real?
Watching what? The story?
I played the game.
You think I was here for the story? Did you watch Solo Leveling for the deep leveling story?
Honestly, I watched Solo Leveling for the lore because I was like, okay, I want to find
didn't
out
say
about
the
this
lore.
system thing.
I love lore, but I'm saying the story.
Yeah, I wanted to find out about this system thing. Anyways, let's not deviate from the point. I'm saying in
All
that
right.
year, there was heavy hitters. My Hero was a heavy hitter. In 2017, bro, My Hero was a heavy hitter.
Next year, Made in Abyss won.
Okay, what was it going up against?
My Hero, March Comes in Like a Lion, Little Witch Academia, and Land of Lustrious. No, I didn't see that one. Land of the Lustrious. What is that?
Okay, My Hero,
My Hero's is gonna be
Was-
here every year.
a huge battle shonen.
No,
what?
but my Hero's
Guess
gonna
what?
be here
Hold
every
on.
year.
I know.
It's the only one on the list.
Listen. It's a huge battle shonen that. Okay,
It's also the plaster.
just
of shonen.
make My Hero Solo Leveling. Just make Solo Leveling in those lineups, because that's the amount of hype My Hero was getting back then. You can't deny that.
I'm not denying the hype. But
So-
I feel like My Hero had that hype.
Oh, listen,
general.
it had the Solo Leveling hype that it's getting right now, right?
Yeah, I think Solo Leveling has a different hype.
No, were you really? People were hyping up My Hero like crazy back then, bro.
No, I know, but like, I feel like it's different with Solo.
I feel like back then, no, you don't get what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm.
I think I get what you're trying to say, but my just my point. Like, My Hero has its hype because of everything, but if we're going aura for aura, who has more hype?
We're not talking about aura. We're
But I
talking
feel
about
like
hype for the show.
No, but I feel like that has a huge factor in
what are
the
you
show.
talking about?
The character's aura, like the main character has a factor in the
Bro,
show,
I'm
whether
not
you
talking
like a
about main
character.
characters or anything. I'm talking about the show as a whole, bro. The
Yeah.
show as a whole. You see how Solo Leveling was pushed like crazy, and like they made season 2 right after season 1. They like were pushing it before it was coming out, hyping it to be the series that was gonna change everything.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. The same thing was going on for My Hero back then. My Hero didn't fall off back then. I'm talking about 2017, 2018.
No, I agree
That's
with you.
peak My Hero's
Yeah.
peak My Hero popularity. It was everywhere. It was hyped as the next good shonen, blah blah. But guess what? The judges and the community still rated Made in Abyss because Made in Abyss
Made in Abyss was better.
was again exactly better in quality, better story. Like, it was more. It was just more. It wasn't that popular, but it was more.
So you're saying
In
they
quality.
had better judges back then,
They had
even
better.
though we vote,
They disregarded the hype.
but we vote.
I know we vote, but guess what happened? What shifted?
Vote.
Let's keep going.
Devilman Crybaby won
In
next.
2019, right?
Yeah.
Did it deserve? What was it going up against?
Violent Evergarden.
Exactly. What else?
Do you think it should have beat Violent Evergarden?
Yes, it did. It definitely deserved to beat Violet Evergarden. I love Violet Evergarden. What else was in that lineup?
Zombieland Saga, Megalobox.
Megalobox was great too.
Oh, this one was good.
I've seen Megalobox.
Hami, I don't know how to pronounce that, but it's the psychic chick that hangs out with the Yuzu Yakuza.
Okay,
That one was really. I like that one. That was
What
nice.
else?
Furthest place than the universe.
Okay, that's it. That's the lineup. I think Devilman Crybaby deserved it. Just in terms of quality alone and story, it deserved it. Megalobox was great. You don't watch sports anime.
Not
But
really.
Megalobox
I see them here and there, but
It's a boxing type, like
no, I've seen Megalobox.
you've seen Megalobox.
I've seen pieces. I didn't watch it.
Oh, you didn't watch the whole thing.
No,
Okay,
I'm not that invested.
it was great. Even though I dislike season 2 and what they did with that, but season 1 of Megalobox
I don't know, man. I just have a spot in my heart for Violent
was
Evergarden
great.
over
Violet
Devilman Crybaby.
Evergarden was great too. Trust me, it made me tear up. I'm not gonna lie. One of the few animes that made me tear up. All right. Devilman Crybaby was another level. Just the art style, how different it was, the way it looked, the way it felt, the story, the ending. Like, All of it. It was just so refreshing and unique. Like when you watch Devilman Crybaby, right? Weren't you like, dang, this is art? In terms of everything that went into it. The first episode threw me for a loop.
I thought it was cool.
You thought it was cool? You wasn't impressed? It wasn't
I
that
liked
different
it.
than what was out there at the time? Different in a good way?
For mainstream, yeah.
Not for mainstream. In
For like
general.
something that was just
Because
hyped
you
up.
can
Because you can go.
it was
you can
not
find
hype
a
up.
niche anime no
it
one's
was
seen. That's that weird.
literally Devilman Crybaby was shadow dropped. It was not hyped up at all. It was literally shadow dropped.
I know, but I'm saying that as it got popularity
It got popularity. Why?
because it was different.
And good and quality.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was shadow drop. It wasn't hyped. We woke up one day and we saw it on Netflix. Nobody was waiting for it. Nobody was like knew it was gonna come out. Nobody was like excited to like see it. Nobody knew it was gonna like be that popular. It was just shadow dropped.
I think some people did.
It was shadow drop, bro. Let's be honest. Compared to Solo Leveling, Solo Leveling was literally
But
pushed,
Solo
shoved
Level-
down our throats.
But Solo Leveling has a marketing team behind it,
Okay.
and it's
You
a
know
manhwa.
Do you
and-
know the
and-
history behind Devilman?
No.
It's one of the original animes and mangas in Japan. It was created by Go Nagai. He's kind of considered like one of the forefathers of manga. So the IP of Devilman has been around since like the 60s.
There's been another Devilman Crybaby.
Yeah, no, there's been another Devilman, not Crybaby. Crybaby is his own thing. So like the IP of Devilman has been around, but there was no hype behind it. You know what I mean?
So people knew about it already.
No, it was very niche because it's very old. You know what I mean? I'm talking about like 80s, like 70s type shit.
So
It's old.
There's still people that know about it and are like happy
But-
to see it.
They're not the ones that pushed it to its popularity right now. It's the new gen that did. It's us.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really get what the hype about it was.
About what?
Devilman.
You didn't like it?
I liked it. I didn't
Ugh.
think it was the next coming of Christ.
It was really good though.
I'm not saying it was bad. I'm saying I didn't think it
I
was the
can't
next
believe you.
level.
Can't appreciate it like that.
I
That's
just
crazy.
think Violet Evergarden was just better.
It's
story.
disappointing when we don't get along on our anime takes. I just be more like, dang, I'm
I'm not saying it was terrible. Jesus.
like, bro. How can you listen? I love Violet Evergarden. I love it to be like to pieces, like to death.
I
Like,
didn't tear up in Devilman Crybaby.
Did you tear up in Violet Evergarden?
A little bit, yeah.
But that's not the same kind of story beats though. Violet Evergarden is like it pulls your heartstrings. So it's that kind of story.
And Devilman
Devilman
Crybaby was
Crybaby
just more-
also pulls your heartstrings, but it's on it shocks you. It's a
What,
shocking.
what shock? Blood, death, killing, all that shit.
The ending,
The club scene was pretty crazy.
the club scene, the fucking ending, the head
How
on
did it
spike
end again?
scene. Bro died.
He killed him, right?
He lost.
And his homie was the op the whole time.
Yes.
I was like, damn, bitch ass nigga. Anyway,
But anyways, all right, we can agree to disagree. But yes, I feel, as much as Violet Evergarden was good, Devilman Crybaby deserved that.
hey, we could disagree to agree.
We can disagree to agree.
Yeah, we could disagree to agree.
But you see how both of those shows were not mainstream, Loki.
I mean, yeah,
They
'cause
became
weren't
mainstream over time.
Shonen is really the mainstream, unless it's a
But
niche anime. That
Again, what shonen series were going up against at that time? Against those two?
My Hero. No, there was no shonen.
Well-
Megalobox, if you count it as a shonen, but that's more sports.
I would.
That was there was
I
no
think
shonen.
Megalobox
First of
is-
all, Devilman Crybaby is a shonen.
It's a seinen.
Is it?
Yeah, it's
Is
a
it
seinen.
considered? Okay,
It's
all
not
right.
a shonen.
Yeah, there was no shonen that year.
I think
Best protagonist was.
we don't care about that. We're talking about anime of the year.
No, there's other things that are more important than anime of the year.
Anyways, move on. So 2019, Devilman Crybaby won. What about 2018? What was that lineup?
2018? You mean 2020?
Oh, sorry, 2020. Demon what?
Demon Slayer.
What else was it going
That's
up
when it
against?
popped out.
What was it going against?
Nothing was beating Demon.
What was it going against?
Villain Saga though.
What was going against Demon Slayer? Okay.
Promise Neverland.
What else was there? What else was there?
Mob Psycho.
Mm-hmm.
Carol and Tuesday.
Carol and Choose. Mm-hmm.
Oh Maiden. in your Savage season. What was that?
Isn't that a stacked list
Yeah, but,
of in terms of quality? I'm not talking about hype. Isn't that a stacked list?
yeah, but Demon Slayer.
I'm
came
gonna ask you, right? What's a better show, Vinland Saga or Demon Slayer?
out.
No. Tell me. What's a better show?
In terms of what?
As a mature older man that you are, right? As a seasoned veteran anime enjoyer, what's a better show, Chris?
In terms of what?
Overall.
Storytelling? Animation?
Overall, man.
Animation?
Vinland Saga season 1 animation was crazy.
Did you see Demon Slayer?
Did you see Vinland Saga? Did you see what freaking Madhouse did?
Did you see what Demon Slayer did?
Bro. Anyways, keep going. Tell me what's a better show?
Leave me alone.
No, I want you to say it to the people.
Of
So
course, Villain Saga is a
okay
better
then,
story.
thank you. And guess what won that year? Anime of the year.
Demon Slayer, because of the hype.
So when did they become a popularity contest? 2020.
Well, it's always been a popularity contest.
like a full-on popularity contest. When
No.
people were like when all hell broke loose, people stopped regarding freaking like quality. They just started regarding
but you're
hype.
saying Demon Slayer has no quality?
I'm not saying it has no quality, but compared to the lineup,
All right, story wise, Demon Slayer or Solo Leveling?
story-wise, honestly, they're pretty generic. Both of their story are pretty generic.
Yeah, but like
Demon Slayer is a revenge story, typical shonen revenge shit. Solo Leveling is a power fantasy.
yeah, but
Vinland Saga is a philosophical study on humanity and what they will do.
we're not
when
talking
they
about
go through
Villain Saga.
Oh, just
I'm talking about Solo Leveling and Demon Slayer. What story will tug at your strings more?
What story we talking about? Strings more?
What made you? Did you feel more of seeing Tanjiro watch his family die, or Jinwoo crying when his mom came back to life?
Honestly, I didn't feel shit for both. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. His mom came back to life and like, oh, okay, cool, she's back.
Yeah, back to the fights.
Back to
the fights.
Back to
You
you.
didn't come here for this bullshit. We didn't come here for your stupid sad story, nigga. Go fight the Demon King or something.
Fucking Tanjiro fucking losing his family. Where's the power up? Tell me how you're gonna get stronger. You know what I mean?
What about? All right. I don't know. Villain Saga should have won. Yeah, sure, whatever.
Anyways, 2021. Let's keep going with this trend, bro.
2021.
Yep. What was the lineup like in 2021?
2021. JJK busted ass
Uh-huh.
against Beastars.
Mm-hmm.
Doro Diodoro,
Doro.
the Great Pretender.
The Great Pretender.
Keep your hands off Easy.
Azoken.
Ezoken, yeah.
And what else?
And a power. What is that? What the fuck is that? I don't know what the fuck that is.
What's it called?
Perry Raymond? I've never heard of that.
Anyways,
Where'd this come
you've
from?
seen Beastars, right?
I've seen all of these except that weird one.
You've seen Beastars, right?
Yeah.
Isn't Beastar unique?
It's quite unique. I did not think it was gonna win Anime of the Year.
You did not think so?
No.
Why not?
Nah.
Do you think he deserved to win Anime of the
I
Year?
think Great Pretender deserved to win.
See? Great Pretender is a comedy, right?
No.
What was it?
I mean, it's a comedy.
It's a
It has
comedy
stuff.
drama.
It's a comedy drama.
Yeah. Did you
I feel like it's more drama
reverse.
with comedy.
JJK over a Great Pretender? Remove your JJK bias and obsession in the last 2 years.
No, this is before. I didn't get into JJK till season 2.
Okay, so yeah.
Um,
JJK season 1 or the Great Pretender?
I watched both of them. I think I like Great Pretender more at the time.
I like Beastars better.
I like Beastars.
Beastars is great.
Is great.
It actually tells a very unique story. In terms of quality, whatever they did with the animation style and stuff like that is very impressive. It's unique.
Yeah, but it doesn't got no clout.
But does it exactly?
But this is a clout game. What are you talking about?
My point is that prior to 2020,
It's never been
more
about...
niche animes had a chance. After 2020,
Yeah,
because of the influx of normies and like new anime like watcher, it's over for fucking niche anime.
I don't think it's that either.
I think it's over. I think we're never gonna see
I-
another niche anime win anime of the year ever again.
I don't know about that, but I think it's because money got behind it. Niggas started seeing that money is behind this anime shit when it
No,
went mainstream.
I think it's because newcomers came in and they only focus on fucking battle shonens and battle animes that are shoved down their throats.
Yeah, but you
and
can't blame that.
They don't appreciate anything else. And when you present them with anything else of quality, they'll be like, "Where's the fights?"
Yeah, but
That's it.
can
That's
you
my point.
really say that when what was the anime you loved in the beginning?
What do you mean?
Like when you first got into anime?
Of course, it was a battle shonen.
All right, and that was still
Actually,
until your taste got
what was my first anime? Okay, yeah, it is a battle shonen.
yeah, okay. So until your taste got better, you were still back then. You would be like, nah, this should have won. This would have won. When you were first introduced, you're like, this is my favorite shit. And then you gotta learn to get better taste. You little, your taste is trash when you first start watching anime. Let's be real. I'm pretty sure. I
Was
remember
my taste trash when I first started watching
everybody's taste
anime?
is trash when you first start watching anime. You're just like, oh, look at this, it's so colored. Then you get into it, and then you're like, oh, you get to real shows. Hopefully, you get exposed to real shows that have real deep plots and everything, and you're not just like, oh, I need to see a fight. You could actually see characters develop and stuff.
Chris, I'm not old. I'm 25.
I
right?
know. I never.
Right? I'm 25, but I've seen a lot of animes in my day.
I don't
right?
know, big bro.
Okay. I've seen a lot of animes in my day, right?
Mm.
I don't think it took me that long to
Well, that's because you watch
break
anime.
off of the fucking battle shonen is everything a mindset.
It still took you some time.
Not really.
Not that long. I'm not
I was
saying
a
it took you-
teenager fucking watching great shit.
What?
I was a teenager watching great
I'm
stuff.
talking about when you were obsessed with Battle Shonen. Everyone gets.
I was upset with battle shonen when I was
But
like
I'm not-
10 years old,
I'm
bro.
I'm not talking about that. Everyone goes into their niche because we're just talking about Battle Shonen. There are people that go into different niches in anime and they think that's the only thing that matters.
Like some people that swear by romance anime.
Yeah, like they'll be like
Honestly,
nothing else matters.
I enjoy romance animes
Yeah.
from time to time.
I enjoy animes that I enjoy.
Remember that anime that I was hating on like last year, the Blue Box one with the overly crazy animation for
Yeah.
the badminton scene? That romance anime is actually top tier, bro. Wasn't it nominated for something? Didn't it win best romance?
I think
did what?
it did win best romance. I think.
It's so good, bro.
I don't know what it won against because I want to actually see because
Oh my god, it's so good.
All right,
You
so
should finish it, bro. Blue Box
JJK won
2021. What about 2022?
2022. Whoa. 2022. Attack on Titans and it better
Aga-
had won.
Against
Nah,
who?
nah, I don't care about
Attack on
what
Titan
else.
is not hyped. It's deserved that shit.
Exactly.
That shit. What did it go up against?
86, JJK, Old Taxi, Ranking of Kings, and Sunny Boy. Those are actually pretty.
That's
like,
heavy
that's
hitters
not
right there.
gonna lie. Those are heavy hitters.
Fucking King's ranking.
Ranking of Kings.
Ranking of King is
Sunny Boy.
Sunny Boy.
Fucking 86.
86 okay, but Sunny Boy, Rankings of Kings. But let's be honest here, in terms of story.
No. JJK. I mean,
Attack on Titan
destroys all of them.
It destroys.
If Attack on Titans
bro.
wasn't there,
If Attack on Titan wasn't there,
Ooh.
I'm saying Ranking of Kings.
how's JJK here too?
Ranking of Kings, bro. Don't you agree?
I
You
don't
seen
know.
Sunny Boy, right?
Sunny Boy is very unique.
Sunny Boy is very unique, but Ranking of Kings is refreshing. When do you see an
Ranking
anime?
of Kings is great because it's like you weren't expecting that.
You're not expecting that at all.
Like you're like, what is this kid shit? And then you're like, whoa,
this is not a good show.
whoa, this got deep for no reason.
First episode, you crying. You're like, oh shit.
Why is bro like this? Why is he gotta go through this shit?
Exactly.
My nigga bullshit out here just trying to live his
Yeah,
life.
exactly. It hit you like a truck out of nowhere. You're like, oh, okay.
Okay, so but that makes sense. That does that fall into your thing? Battle Shonen?
What?
Does this
Ranking
fall
of
into
Kings?
Attack on Titans 1?
Attack on Titan 1. Ranking of Kings is a battle shonen. Attack on Titan is a seinen. It's not a battle shonen.
I know, but Attack on Titans 1. And
So
it's deserved.
I guess
we should
that
skip this
deserved.
year because
That deserved it.
There's-
But Attack on Titan had both quality and hype behind it, so I can't even hate.
yeah.
Anyway,
And that was just I'm surprised Attack on Titans didn't win any other years,
Well,
and it
Attack on
wasn't
Titan
even
has been
nominated
gone.
for any other years.
Attack on Titan was gone for like 4 years. You know that.
I know, but what year did it leave?
It left in 2015 or something like that.
Oh yeah,
It took
right.
mad long for the second,
True.
the third.
I
Yeah,
completely forgot. It
it took
sucks that
mad long.
everyone had to go through that because
We
I didn't.
waited mad. I didn't fucking wait. I'm like, fuck that. I'm reading the manga.
No, I didn't watch Attack on Titans when it came out.
Oh,
I watched the first episode and I was like, this looks cool, but I'm gonna peep
I
it.
was one of
It's up.
those when I was a teenager that started to wait a little bit. I'm like, fuck that. There's how many chapters ahead? I knew about the wall. I knew about the truth, but before all of them niggas, bro.
See, I didn't.
I was locked in.
completely ignored everything about Attack on Titans till the final season was coming out,
Mhm.
and then I was
And
like,
you binged it.
all right, Seven Deadly Sins, Grand Cross was having the collab, and I was like, all right, I guess it's time
To tap
time to tap in.
All right. What was the next year?
Next year is Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk one.
Against who? What is it? What did he go against?
I don't know why I went against Attack on Titans or Demon Slayer, Licorice. Oh, Licorice and Recoil was
What else? What
nominated
else?
that year. Rankings of King, the second half, and Spy Family.
I'm glad fucking Cyberpunk won that year, bro. Because Spy Family was shoved down people's throats.
Well, Spy Family is great. I don't know what the hate
It's
is.
unique. It's funny.
It's great and wholesome. I don't know what's so.
But I
hateful
feel like
about it.
Cyberpunk deserved to win. Cyberpunk was really good.
What is that? Attack on Titans final season part 2. See, that's where they fucked up. But they started doing the part 2, part 3.
Yeah,
shit.
that's when they lost me, bro.
They didn't lose me.
I mean,
'cause
I knew it was
Well-
great still, but I'm talking about like that's when I'm like,
Well,
bro, you're stretching this.
I feel like you didn't care because you read the manga already. Like if you were on the edge of your seat,
no,
you
bro,
would.
I re-binged the whole series just to in
You're-
preparation. I did care.
No, you're missing.
I wanted to see all that shit animated.
You're missing.
Aaron against
the
the
point.
fucking Diamond Titan, bro. You think I wasn't waiting for that shit?
I'm not talking about that.
What are you talking about then?
I'm talking about you already know everything that's gonna happen.
Okay, and
You're not sitting there on the edge of your seat waiting for this next shit
I
to.
still was sitting
I was
there.
hyped because I was like, "Yo, I,
I
didn't
was
read
hyped
the
because
manga.
I showed it
ignored
to
the
my
manga."
sister, and I
No.
got her into Attack on Titan. I was hyped to see her reaction to all the crazy shit that was gonna come.
I'm not.
I used to wait every Sundays to watch that shit with my
Yo,
sister.
bro is not listening.
I am listening. You saying I wasn't hyped? I didn't care. I did
No, I'm
care.
not saying you weren't hype. I'm saying you knew. So
Okay.
granted, you're still hype. Yeah. When you're spoiled of something, you can still enjoy it. But does it feel the same way as when you first saw it?
It did,
Hmm?
especially if you're watching somebody else's reaction to it. It hit the same, bro. It hit the same for me.
All right. If that's for you, man.
Yeah.
If you experienced it for the first time and it's the same
I read it in manga form. Seeing it in anime form was
know.
goaded.
in manga form,
So
regardless.
listen, for example, I'm gonna just talk about one scene, right? The fucking Bertold and fucking Reiner scene, reveal scene
Yeah.
in manga form. You don't really process like how crazy that shit is, because it's like manga, just no life. It's panel by panel, right?
Yeah.
In the anime,
No,
thing
I'm
was-
not saying the anime.
the anime
didn't-
version of it. It was a completely different
I
experience.
know, but the anime brought it to life. Yes. What I was trying to say was that when you were watching it in anime, you're like, "Oh, it's brought to life," but you already know. But you're
Okay.
still. I'm not saying it takes away fully from the hype. I'm saying it's crazier if you didn't know. Like
Of
watching
course,
that.
but
Imagine watching that scene and you didn't know.
I mean,
Do you think it would have hit harder?
I mean, again, I
I'm
got the
just.
same level of enjoyment. So
I'm not talking
gonna...
about enjoyment. You're not listening.
You said hit. It hit you
Would it
but
hit harder if you
Of-
didn't know?
if I didn't know
Yeah.
if I was anime only?
Yeah.
I guess.
That's
If
what
you
I'm
want me to
saying.
agree with you that bad, but
So all I was saying was that I feel like certain things hit harder because when I read the manga and then I go watch the anime, it still hits. But I'm like, damn, imagine if I didn't read the manga. So I don't be reading the manga sometimes.
okay. I mean, I guess.
Like if you go read Freerun right now and you watch the next season,
Still gonna fucking hit.
it's still gonna hit.
First of all, the soundtrack of Freerun, the atmosphere, the voice acting, bro, everything hits. Everything hits in Freerun, bro. Come on. I would still enjoy it a lot, even if I go ahead in the manga. I might even go back because I'm tired of waiting. Them niggas needs to produce season 2 already.
It's coming out next year. I'm not stressing about it. I like to experience it.
Next year is gonna be a very big
That
hitter
way.
on stuff. Is it Soul Leveling coming back next year too?
I don't know.
Oof. Anyways, the next year was
Honestly,
2020.
off the hype.
2020 what?
2022.
2022.
Four.
2024,
This was
what
last
one?
year.
Last year wasn't
JJK
JJK.
won.
JJK. What was
Beat
it going
Chainsaw Man, Demon Slayer, Oniko, and Villain Saga.
against? Oshinoko.
Oh, Shinoko, yeah. I started watching that. I couldn't finish it.
I couldn't get into it.
I got,
The song, the
far.
opening got
but I don't like idols.
me neither. The opening blew the fuck up. Apparently, it's not what it seems like.
No, it's not.
Apparently, it's not what it seems
No,
like.
it gets.
You gotta give
gets
it some
crazier.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I
but-
got to that part, and I was like, I want to continue, but I just didn't. I
Mm.
might go back to it.
Yeah.
The plot
I-
does get different.
But
it's not just an
honestly,
idol.
season 2 of JJK, bro.
No,
As much as I don't want to hate on fucking on Battle Shonen, that just was a moment, bro. That just was a moment. You can't deny it. It's like
But
Attack on
Vinland
Titan
Saga.
2 years prior. Vinland Saga 2 was a heavy hitter, man.
But Villain Saga.
But you know, people
But Villain Saga. Are you going against your whole point that you were just making right now?
I'm not. In terms of like
It's a battle shonen.
I'm not going against my point. I'm just saying
It's a
in
battle
terms of
shonen.
season by season, comparing those 2 seasons,
I mean, JJK was shoved down our throats.
it was. It was. It still goes. Listen, I'm not denying that. It was.
So do you think Villain Saga should have won?
Not that year. In comparison to season 1, I enjoyed season 1 of Vinland Saga more. Season 2 is great. Oh my god, superb. But I enjoy season 1 more.
I have no enemy, so I have no dog in this fight.
No, seeing the I have no enemies scene animated was actually a kind of a moment. But again, you can't judge me on that because I read the manga for Vinland Saga. You know what I mean? So I already knew what was happening that season and what was gonna come out. So
And we're up to today's bullshit.
yeah, bro. Soul Leveling winning against Freerin, bro. First of all, Freerin should have been in the contender last year, but
It
we're not gonna-
should have,
we're
yeah.
not gonna talk about
But would
that.
it have beaten JJK?
Honestly, they would have
Yeah.
not. They would have not given it to Freerin, even though the critics, everybody loves Freerin.
And this is where the hype overshadows the
So,
whatever.
If you're an anime fan out, we're gonna stop this segment now. But
Why?
if you're, because we're done with the thing. So, but if you're an anime fan out there and like you only like battle shonen, I implore you to explore new genres. I implore you to like open up your eyes to like different horizons because you're missing out on a lot of great shows, bro. A lot. If you're on Netflix and you scroll down and you see Violet Evergarden, like, what the fuck is that? You don't know what you're missing out on. You don't. I love seeing. You know what my favorite things to do? I follow this guy on Twitter. His name is Kev. He's a funny guy. He's a comedian. I'm
Mm.
sure you've seen him around. But like, yeah, I follow him, and he's recently got into animes, like One Piece, a bunch of other anime, Attack on Titan, and stuff like that. And it's nice seeing his reaction. He's actually trying different genres of animes and stuff like that. He's not just sticking to like the popular battle shonens and stuff.
Uh-huh.
So it's nice. So yeah, just open up your eyes. Watch the stuff that you don't know. Like watch the stuff that may seem a little out there. You never know what you're missing out on. There's a lot of great stories out there to be discovered and to be watched. Like one of my favorite animes that I didn't expect was gonna hit was Erase back in 2017. Erase hit like crazy.
Erase was great.
It was so good. So good, but it got overshadowed by Yuri on Ice because, you know, all the yaoi and
Yep.
people were hyping that shit up, even though, yeah. But, yeah.
I mean, it was a great series, I guess. I don't know. I never watched it.
Well,
Yuri on Ice.
me neither. I didn't bother.
I was like, it's not for me.
It was definitely
It's
not.
for me.
Again, Trust me, sometimes you're going to come around stuff and you're going to be like, yeah, this is not for me.
Like,
And
Don
that's
Da Don.
okay.
I'm just glad Don Da Don didn't win shit.
Honestly.
I'm
Honestly,
glad Don Da Don
Honestly,
didn't win
with the
shit.
amount of hype Don got
For
and
real.
didn't win nothing, It kind of
no,
destroys
no,
my
he-
whole argument about hype being like, a great factor
Yeah,
in
it
these
does.
things.
Because
yo-
Don had some hype.
Oh my god.
I was like, they are pushing this show.
I ain't never seen a show been as hyped up as Don the Don in my whole anime watching career.
I did
'Cause
not care.
holy
I
shit.
tried it too. But you know what I find?
It is so mid.
You know what I find more bullshit? And granted, I don't know what it went up against.
It is so
Because-
mid though,
let me
Chris.
see,
Can we
no.
agree that Don the Don is like the middest anime that came out of the past 10 years?
Can we talk about?
No, the middest overhyped anime that came out. Because it's mid, but it's not trash.
How these niggas won best new series too?
Who?
Solo Evelyn.
So 11 won best new series?
The fuck?
Bro, don't even. Yeah, bro. Just.
Yo, give it one. Jesus.
Anyways.
No, but what I was talking about was best original anime.
Uh huh.
The fuck is Ninja Kamui doing here?
I heard it was good. People like, it's a fucking ninja shit fighting. Niggas like that shit.
No, it was good in the beginning, and then it just took a left.
I know it
turn.
just completely turned
I was like,
garbage.
nigga, X arms could be better than this.
But hey, niggas like fighting. Niggas like swords.
I guess.
And ninja shit.
Ninja shit, nigga. They turn to robots.
Niggas like sci-fi shit. Okay. So it's gonna win
Because
some.
I
shit.
had hype expectation because I was watching it and I was just like, yo, you just lost me with the plot.
But anyways, Don the Don not winning shit makes me believe in peace, in world peace one day, maybe. That's how mid that anime was. People were like, "Oh, Don the Don is gonna be so emotional. It's gonna be such a nice romance. It's such a nice battle. Showing it's gonna be." They made it seem like Don the Don was the second coming of Christ. Tell me they did it, Chris.
That's how I felt about Devilman Crybaby.
Oh my. Okay, don't be blasphemous. Do not be
I
blasphemous.
mean,
right
that's
now.
just the way I felt.
No,
Yeah, niggas
no,
were saying
no.
it's the second coming of Christ. I'm like, all right.
Don the Don, the marketing team behind Don the Don, they had YouTubers making
But it was
video essays about fucking Don the
But
Don.
but Don the Don was very different and weird,
Bro,
just like Devilman Crybaby.
no, Don the Don was not very weird.
Don the Don wasn't weird.
In comparison to Devilman Crybaby, please. Please. Even in comparison to JJK, please.
Weird.
Yeah.
The fucking super whatever granny
Fuck.
eating your shit.
Oh, no?
That
Oh,
wasn't
you
weird.
guys are shocked by that? Go watch Devilman
Who said
Crybaby.
shock? I said weird.
Bro, yes, that's part of the weirdest factor. Go watch Devilman Crybaby.
Another was more bloodier than Devilman
Anyways,
Crybaby.
yeah, Don the Don, man. Yeah. Maybe it gets better later, but for now, I'm not impressed. And I finished season 1. I forced myself to finish season 1. That's how much I didn't care for it. I never forced myself to finish it. Anime more than I forced myself to finish Don the Don.
I definitely have, but I definitely tried to force myself to
Like-
finish it. I couldn't.
I forced myself to finish that shit.
I couldn't.
It was crazy.
It sucks. I'm sure people love
The
that show.
opening was great opening, like great animation, great opening. But the show is so mid, bro. Oh my god. Anyways, moving on.
Demon Slayer will not still win. Stop winning best continuing anime.
And Demon Slayer, there's like fuck the anime. We're just gonna give y'all movies every year now until the show is over.
Honestly, so Licorice. Have you seen Licorice and Recoil?
I haven't seen that.
I don't know. I liked it.
Anyways, we spent a lot of time on this topic.
Did we?
Yeah, we did. We pretty much changed the course of our episode into the anime awards and debating about.
I have thoughts on anime. I have thoughts on animes that changed the course of time.
The course of time. What do you mean?
I think that the industry has changed a lot.
Of course, the industry has changed.
Mister, I only watch isekai.
You only watch isekais though. Oh, last thing to note. Sorry, I don't know why I did that for. Last thing to know, right?
Banish you to the shadow realm.
Look Back. Remember that movie I was like urging you to watch that Gigok made a video about? Look
Oh
Back?
yeah. So
It won best film
Yeah,
and it deserves it. That movie was so fucking good, bro.
I'll get around to it.
It made me fucking tear up. I'm not gonna lie.
I'll watch it.
That movie, it's on Amazon Prime. If you haven't seen it yet, go watch Look Back. It's a great story. It's a great movie. It deserves all the praises it got. Yeah, go watch Look Back.
Okay.
But yeah, you know also one movie I was disappointed by.
Well,
One anime movie I was disappointed by in the last few years.
uh,
Fucking Suzume, by the creator of by the creator of Your Name and Weathering with You. That movie was so hyped. I was so disappointed, bro. Like,
I
what?
don't know. I don't watch anime movies that often.
You should. You're missing out on a lot of great shit. You haven't seen Your Name yet, which is so blasphemous to me. Watch it with your girl. You would love that movie.
I might watch it. I don't know.
You should just throw it on with your girl. Trust me, it's worth it.
I'll think about it.
It's worth it. 2016, that movie blew up like crazy. I remember when it was so hyped and it deserved. Your Name deserved all the hype it got. With all the records it broke and stuff, Your Name was a fucking great movie. I recommend it to any like newbie anime watchers. You
Mm.
gotta see that movie. Even if you're a veteran, it's great.
I'll check it out.
But yeah, anime movies lately haven't hit like crazy, but
Anime has been hitting like crazy.
true. But maybe the next few years will change that.
I don't know. There's nothing coming out, nothing new that's like interesting.
Yeah, right.
Just continuing series that I'm watching, but outside of that,
Like once
Free
in a
Run was
while,
the- Free
once
Run
in
was
a while
literally
we
the
get the
last-
breath of fresh air, like Free Run and stuff like that. I'm just waiting for the next thing that's gonna get shadow dropped and that's gonna blow up.
we'll see. But like, there's
Yeah.
nothing I'm looking forward to. I'm like,
Me
yo,
neither. I'm looking forward for continuing things like the
yeah, the
Bleach
continuing
season.
stuff. But that's not what
But
I'm.
yeah, nothing new. You know what I mean?
There's nothing new under the sun.
And I feel like right now I'm going to an anime fatigue period of my life. I feel like I've seen so many shows that like now I'm very selective of what I watch.
Same.
And yeah, it's sad because I feel like the golden age of anime was from 2010 to 2020.
But I will say this year was actually pretty good.
Mm.
Free Run, Delicious in Dungeon. I really like Kaiju and Apothecary Diaries.
Kaiju number 8 was some mid too.
I liked it. I don't
It
know.
was cool. Nothing groundbreaking. If I'm being honest with you.
I didn't say it was groundbreaking.
It
I said it was
cool.
good.
But shout out to the
Um,
anime industry for keeping me entertained the majority of my life.
for real.
Honestly, like if I didn't have anime, what would be my niche? 'Cause I feel like I'm a pretty
Don't you have
well-rounded guy.
sports?
I do have sports, man. I'm addicted to fucking sports,
I just got anime and music.
which is weird, a weird combo, right? Because I don't meet too many sports guys and anime guys. You know what I mean? Because you
Mm.
know me, I'm a sports fanatic.
Yeah.
I'm like as much of a sports fanatic as I am an anime fanatic. And I would throw in video games in that area too.
Yeah. Video games is like that.
It's like the big three for me. You got sports, anime, and video games. And then the big number 4 is movies. I feel like that's my like
I have
That's my
a
thing.
similar one. I have music there. Instead
I-
of sports
I-
for me.
music would be my number 5.
My 5 would be philosophy or politics. I don't know.
But like I find it rare to meet a lot of guys that like are that have the same big 3 as me. It's usually they usually like, fill 2. You know what I mean? But they never have the same big 3.
I feel like there's a pause in there somewhere. I'm just saying.
okay, bro.
I'm just saying.
Like I
I
never
feel like
meet,
there's a pause in
I
there
never
somewhere.
meet people that like all sports, anime, and video game as much as I like them. It's very. Sometimes I wish I had more sports friends that I can talk to about sports. I'm not gonna lie. Especially
Yeah.
soccer. I wish
Well-
I could have people to talk about soccer all
Well, are you
day.
gonna start that channel yet?
And is that gonna gather me friends to
I
talk
mean,
about
you
soccer?
build a community.
I guess we'll revisit that idea when I
Ye-
feel ready to launch that.
Okay.
But yeah, I
Let's
wish
just do
I
it.
had friends IRL that like soccer as much as me. Because sometimes I just be wanting to yap about stuff and then I turn to you, and then you have no idea what the fuck I'm
like, yo,
talking
what are you
about.
talking
And I'm like,
about,
all right, bro, let me just shut up. Anyways,
What are you chatting about, bro? Did you not see these lyrics right here?
I'm straining my voice right now.
All right, let's wrap it up.
This was a fun episode. But
Everybody back there, wrap it up, wrap it up, wrap it up. Hey guys,
I feel like I got a good yapping session in.
we will be back soon. Maybe not sooner than you think, but sooner than you know.
We will be back.
Check us out on the next episode.
Thanks for listening to my thoughts today.
Gene's back from vacation, so we're back to our scheduled program.
Yep.
And any final thoughts you want to leave the people with? Stop. Your taste in anime is trash. Just get better. That's what I will leave your thoughts with. If you're a newcomer, just know that your taste is going to be trash when you start, and it'll eventually evolutionize till you get some good taste, and then it'll go back to trash. And yeah, that's what Giguk said. And you want to talk to our audience before you disappear?
I feel like I yapped a lot and said everything I need to say, right?
Okay. Bye guys. See you next week.
See you next week. Bye bye.